One more time. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Let us see it happen. Welcome, everyone, to the preview of the second test match between Bangladesh and New Zealand, 2022 in January. I'm your host, the Bengal Dragon, Tanveer Syed, the English voice of Bangladesh cricket on YouTube. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons if you enjoyed this content. And also, it goes a very long way to continue to help me remain motivated to continue making these type of videos. And thank you so much if you already have. Right. So, what do we know about Christchurch? We know that historically it's been very green, very pace bowler friendly. That does not mean there's 100% chance it's going to be the same case, but there's a high probability that it will be the same case. Okay. And just in case you're wondering, I actually adjusted my microphone cardioid levels because I'm using a Blue Yeti Nano. I just increased the gain from 73 to 91%. So let us see how this works out. Because obviously, if you plug in the Blue Yeti Nano, the audio from your computer basically completely disabled. And if I have a set of headphones, I don't think it looked that good in front of this background. But anyways, getting back to this, they have a green wicket, and I believe someone mentioned that in the test matches recently played in Christchurch, New Zealand lost only once. I believe there are like 8 test matches. New Zealand lost only once, and that's to Australia. They drew 1, but they won 6 of the last test matches played in Christchurch. However, believe me, this doesn't mean that Bangladesh can't put up a fight, because we just found out that Bangladesh also has a formidable pace bowling attack. And I'm very sure someone like Taskin 2.0, not the Taskin Ahmed that came in 2017, Taskin 2.0, Shoriful Islam, and especially Ibadat Hussain, they will thoroughly enjoy these type of pace bowling friendly conditions. Okay, you already have the swing because it's New Zealand. Okay, you already have the swing. Okay, the swing and later on the reverse swing. Okay, but you have movement off the pitch as well. So, given Bangladesh and their newfound zeal in their pace bowlers, the newfound confidence and their unleashing of their abilities in the pace bowlers, don't expect it to be that easy for New Zealand as well if Bangladesh bowl accurately for a long period of time and hold on to their catches. Very important. Hold on to the catches. So don't expect it to be any easy for New Zealand. Obviously, Ross Taylor's last test match, and hats off to Ross Taylor. Very, very long time servant of New Zealand cricket, and a very good one at that. Very, very much, we will miss you, Ross Taylor, after this. And part of perhaps part of the all-time greats of New Zealand cricket. Definitely, in my book, he is there along with Stephen Fleming, Daniel Vettori, and Brandon McCullum and whatnot. Definitely makes the list. But getting back to Bangladesh cricket, 2 things can happen. One, in the beginning, Bangladesh can bat first, either by choice or by compulsion. Either if they win the toss and they decide to bat first, or if they lose the toss and are asked to bat first. Either by choice or compulsion. So if Bangladesh bats first, they should not only apply the same strategy like they did in Mount Maunganui, they should actually improve upon it. Not only bat for time, but bat for time with impenetrable defense. Because this pitch will offer a lot more to their pace bowlers. So there will be a lot more attacks for the wickets, especially from the pitch and the pace bowler combined. That combination will attack the wickets a lot more. You're going to see a lot of deliveries pitched in a good length and then, like, swinging away or swinging back in. And the batsman, will have to have very good defense in, if the batsman wants to, maintain their wicket. So bat for time with impenetrable defense. And then once you bat for time and you've eaten up, let's say, at least 2 days, and I would say Bangladesh, if they bat first, they need to bat at least 5.5 sessions. If they bat 5 sessions, there's also a very slight chance because Bangladesh will have to bat again. Okay, if they bat 5.5 sessions, that basically gives a little bit for New Zealand, and then coming back on day 3, they will have to make up those runs. And if Bangladesh can do it right, Bangladesh can basically get New Zealand all out for on day 4 or something like that, and then by that time, Bangladesh will have to play even more defensively. So you have to see how much time you can actually allocate for, or how little time rather you can allocate to the second innings. And yeah. Sorry about the little thing of the I'm doing this all in one take. Okay. If Bangladesh bowls first, apply the same strategy but even greater. Okay. In fact, if Bangladesh bowls first, I wouldn't be surprised if Bangladesh actually play 4 pacers and 1 spinner. Let me explain. Who's left to replace Mahmudul Hasan Joy? Mohammad Naeem Sheikh. Now, obviously, he can show up and do something extraordinary that'll catch all of us off guard. But generally speaking, you would rather tend to stay away from debuting a batsman in such challenging conditions into Test cricket. And that too, an opening batsman, a batsman who has the potential to bat basically till the end of the innings, until the last wicket falls. So that type of pressure, I would rather have Shadman Islam bat and then bring up Nazmul Hussain Shanto and whatnot, and then give Abu Jaid a chance with the ball. Because what that'll do is that will actually further strengthen our pace bowling abilities, provided all the pace bowlers bowl well and they have the radars properly calibrated. Abu Jaid Chaudhry is known to swing the ball, so perhaps these are conditions that he can get the most out of and actually help Bangladesh restrain New Zealand. And that is another point. When Bangladesh are bowling, they need to restrain New Zealand to something close, but perhaps, preferably lower or not too much higher than what Bangladesh scores. Not 200, not 300. Depending on what Bangladesh scores, the lead, I don't think, should be over 30 or 40 runs, what New Zealand are allowed to score. Because Bangladesh, if they bat 3rd or 4th, that's when the pitch, it might deteriorate even more and will become even more difficult to bat on. So for that, Bangladesh needs to have a bit of a buffer to actually to actually give their batsmen some leeway to, or the team overall give them some leeway to score some runs, but having the lead to afford losing a wicket or two. Because let's say Bangladesh starts the second innings with a trail of 150, 180 runs. Until those 150, 180 runs are scored, Bangladesh can't afford to lose a wicket. And given how fragile the opening slot is, the opening pair is for Bangladesh, you would not expect them generally, based on the recent form, you would not expect them generally to have such a large partnership. I mean, yeah, you had that Tamim Iqbal and Imrul Kais, but that's Tamim Iqbal and Imrul Kais. Okay, they are two of the most experienced openers we have at the moment. Okay, the 312 run partnership. Okay, Shadman Islam is still very new. Nazmul Hussain Shanto is still quite new. So that is why the bowlers have to play a very big role in restraining New Zealand. Okay, what are the possible outcomes? All three outcomes are possible. But once again, more likely is that New Zealand are going to win. Bangladesh winning the Christchurch match it has improved from close to impossible to a little likely that Bangladesh just might win the second test match if they do their processes right. And also, the chance of a draw is slightly more than a Bangladesh victory. But the most likely scenario, given the previous records, not only of New Zealand on Christchurch, but of Bangladesh also playing on this Christchurch wicket, is that Bangladesh are not going to win this match. They're going to end up on the losing side. If that happens, I just hope it's a fighting effort and it's not a dramatic loss. Then people are going to say that the first test match was a fluke. It is up to the Bangladeshi team to show that it was not a fluke. All right, guys, that's it. So please do hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons if you enjoyed this analysis. And do let me know what your predictions are in the comment section below and who your playing 11 would be from Bangladesh for the second test match. And as I mentioned, please do hit that like, subscribe, bell notification buttons if you enjoyed it. As you know, me being the English voice of Bangladesh cricket on YouTube, it would really help me remain motivated, and also like being a Bangladeshi and legally blind also at the same time, that support really goes a long way. All right, this is your boy Tanveer Syed, the Bengal Dragon, signing out.